Well, good evening, everybody. This is Cleta, the head cheetah. It's March the 27th, 2023. We have 5 days to the end of the month of March. And if you just happen to be on our YouTube channel and you're not in Mary Kay, you're like, duh. But for Mary Kay people, we have to remind people when the end of the month is. Actually, before Mary Kay, I didn't even really care when the end of the month was. It's just like, who cares? But Mary Kay, it is for the last 37 years, I care when the end of the month is. And so it is Friday, in case anybody wanted to know. There are 31 days. So we're excited about that extra day of the month. And y'all, we got a lot to do to finish up strong between now and the end of the month with this $20 starter kit. It's $20 e-start and the $90 starter kit. So if you have not shared the opportunity this month, there are people signing up. They're jumping in the boat, but they won't jump unless you ask them. So we're going to hear tonight from two of our sales directors. They're going to share their story, and then I'm going to share a couple of takeaways from our career conference that we had in Atlanta this last weekend. And I'm going to end with a little bit of an encouraging word from, believe it or not, my preacher. Sunday did a sermon on, he's been talking about the Lord's Supper, and it was give us this day our daily bread. And there was a little example he gave in there, and I thought, that is so good. So I'm going to play about 5 minutes of his sermon, and I think you guys will really like it for what we're trying to do. Anytime do y'all do this, like if you go to church or you hear a sermon, you apply it to your life, but you can also apply it to your Mary Kay business. Like every time I'm like, that's good. I can apply that there, because our life is our Mary Kay sometime, right? It's God, family, career, but career is a big part of our life. So anyway, I hope you'll stay to the end. And thank y'all for all of you that got on live. Okay, so here we go. Let's start out. We're going to start out with, I'm going to bring Gina with me. And Gina is a newer sales director. She can tell when she debuted. I'm not going to tell her story. What I can tell you about Gina, I met Gina in person at our fall advance, and she drove all the way from North Carolina to Georgia. And I had seen her on the Boss Babe calls. She had reached out to me, I believe, through YouTube first, and then she came on here, and I'm like, who's that cute girl? And so she decided to come. And so she came down, and that's how I got to know Gina. And of course, she became a sales director, and we just welcome her with open arms into our little Boss Babe director group. And so she's going to share her story of how she joined Mary Kay, and then we will hear from Stephanie Demar. So Gina, I'm going to just remove myself and let you take over for a few minutes. So y'all, we'll give her a great warm welcome. We can't hear you, Gina, for some odd reason, and you're not muted, but maybe
now.
I wonder if you're, are you connected to a phone anywhere, like an earphone or anything?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I don't know what you just did, but I can hear you now. Okay, take it away.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Gina Wood, and I am from Thurman, North Carolina. And this is my third time in Mary Kay. So they always say third time's the charm. I am on my third marriage too, so don't knock it until you've tried it. Okay. I did make notes because it is a lot, but I want to make sure that I hit the high spots. In 1996, y'all, I was just in a place where I don't know where I met the lady. I don't know how I let her into my home. I don't remember any of that stuff, but she came, we did a party. At that point, what I remembered her saying more than anything is that for every night you go to bed without cleaning your face, you age your skin 7 to 11 days. And I had never cleaned my face. So I panicked and fell in love with the product. And I don't remember her offering the opportunity with me, but I signed my agreement. Hello. So I'm sure she did. And then I don't remember anything other than that 90% buyback guarantee was like, and I needed something, y'all. She was kind. She was nice. She was just everything fun. She was everything that I did not have in my life at the time. And I think I probably threw my credit card at her and said, sign me up. I don't know what I did. But so I did start with as an emerald. Used that opportunity to make some different choices in my life. And I want y'all to know that this business can put money in your pocket when you need money in your pocket, because all my goal was for my daughter and I to make different choices. So when we left her dad, it was easier for me to pay half his bills and keep him happy and pay all my bills and keep she and I safe. I'll just leave that right there. So if you don't think you can make money at this, you are wrong. You will do what you want to do. Okay, so I say that, kind of dabbled in it for off and on for years. And then in 2000, I met and got married. And so we were both working at the same company. We got married in September. We bought 30 acres and a house and renovated it through December. Our first house payment, the day our first payment was due, 90 days after, we both lost our jobs. And so we came home and I said, give me till February. We had a little bit of savings, but I said, give me till February. If I can't figure it out and Mary Kay, I'll go get another job. So I'm not even kidding when I tell y'all, I don't remember again. I just remember doing. I don't remember feeling anything. I just remember knowing that he and I both lost our jobs and we had to figure it out. So I figured it out, and I can't even tell you the time frame right now, but I earned a Grand Am and then 2 Grand Prix. So I had custody of my brother's son for several years. So he and my daughter both learned to drive in a Mary Kay car. And then my husband started making some really bad choices. And once again, I went through a divorce, and it was horrible. It was embarrassing. The best thing about our business is we get to work with women and make them feel wonderful. And sometimes the worst thing about working with women is they want to know every detail. So lots of people ask me, well, gosh, we thought everything was wonderful. Y'all look so happy. Well, of course, you're not going to air your dirty laundry. So I made a choice that I pray none of y'all ever do. Out of shame, I sent my car back and I turned my resignation in to the company. And so I was horrifically depressed for a long time. And then worked at a gas station, toted folks to and from dialysis, did just stuff. Talisa, my daughter had gone to college and was married and all this stuff. And I was just falling apart secretly. I'm still using the product. I might have looked good, but I didn't feel good. Let me put it that way. Met Randy. He and I ended up getting married a couple of years after that we had met, and he's a farmer. And I love being on the farm with him, y'all. But I realized a year and a half ago that my working with him in the fields and in the stables and doing his books and stuff, that I was just hiding from the world. The Lord put NSD on my heart a long, long, long time ago. I feel like I've been prophesied to a couple of different times that just line up with what this company has to offer. I know without a shadow of a doubt that I can get in a woman's home with showcase that I can't get in a home with a Bible in my hand. So I know that I'm in the right place at the right time. And I know that I'm supposed to be building the kingdom for him. I say all that to you to say, I called my consultant that I had been purchasing product from in Virginia and said, I want to sign up. And she said, why? And I said, I think I want to do this again. She said, what do you want out of it? And I said, I just want to make some side hustle money. I wasn't ready to put myself back out there yet. So I did Queen's Quarter recruiting from July 1st, 21 to 22. I did Queen's Court. I said recruiting. I'm sorry. I did Queen's Court of sales, but never shared the opportunity because I was still stuck in me. And I mean that sincerely, as awful as that sounds, it's the truth. I was just stuck in me. So, and after we came home from seminar is when I found you on YouTube and just watching y'all's calls afterwards and your what's in the bag. Oh my gosh, Selah. I would say stuff like my friend Selah and my friend Cleta. You didn't have any idea who I was. But I watched y'all every morning while I was getting ready or doing stuff. Even when we were weighing cattle, I might have y'all in my ear just listening to y'all's what's in the bag and stuff. I just love y'all. So I say all that to you. I was trying to watch my time. I'm sorry. But you guys really breathed life back into me because it's so true that we're here to pass this on. The company, we It's a great company. It's a great product. But y'all, this is about enriching women's lives, and we need to help each other out. So the rest is history. I became a sales director in February 1st. I came down to Jumpstart in January. And yes, it took me about 7 hours to get there. It took me about 9.5 to get home. But that's what changed my life, because I was in that room with y'all. And I was like, the Lord almost was like, hello, are you paying attention? Thank y'all.
Listen, and I apologize, because I know half the time I say you came to Fall Advance, and the other half I say January Jumpstart.
It's okay.
Because I just can't remember. I'm like, which? And I should know, because Fall Advance, I had it at my house. And you didn't come to my house. You could have. So January Jumpstart, yes. Girl, you've been through a lot. And, here's what I know about every woman that is, it don't really matter how old you are. But when you get a couple decades behind you, you have been through some stuff. And if we all sat here and talked about all our things, it'd blow all of y'all away. But just know that because you go through stuff, it makes you a different person. It does make you stronger. They always say what don't kill you will make you stronger. And we all still alive. And so I appreciate you sharing your story. You're a blessing to us, and just your example of your work ethic and how you get out there and get it done. It gives a lot of encouragement to a lot of people. And so I'm just so blessed that you found us and decided to come on to the Boss Babe group with us, Gina. And thank you so much for sharing your story tonight. I mean, it was very, very impactful. Thank you. I am going to bring up our next speaker. And this is my beautiful friend, Stephanie Demar. And Stephanie and she can tell how we met, actually. I'll let her tell how we met. And she's going to share her story with us as well. And I am having a little thunder and lightning outside. So hopefully I will be here for the duration of the call. But if for some reason I leave, just keep talking. I will be back. All right, take it away, Stephanie.
All right. Hi, everybody. How you doing? So my journey started in 2001. I actually am rare in Mary Kay. I do have a cosmetic background. I worked for another company, one of the top 3 in the retail stores for 9 years. I actually was a coordinator and had 14 stores that I was in charge of. And so when Mary Kay was introduced to me, I was a snob, and it was introduced to me by my sister, and I showed up at her debut in my Clinique white smock because I had just gotten off of work, and I was there to help her, to save her because she had made a bad choice. And 22 years later, this August, I am not a snob to Mary Kay. And so hopefully that gives you hope that those no's, it's because they don't, KNOW. I was working for their schedule and all the time. And our daughter Oakley was born in February. And then in August, after being introduced in April and not using any of the product, but then kind of panicked that it was going to be Christmas time. And I didn't want to not enjoy the holiday with our daughter and family. So I'm like, all right, I need to listen. And when she was like, you make 50% and you can earn cars and you can earn diamonds and you can earn, all the prizes. I was not getting that whatsoever with Mary Kay or with Clinique. And so I'm like, all right, I've got to do this. And so I actually needed to quit my job where everybody else does not. So that was a definite leap of faith. And for actually the first 2 years, I was like, did I make the right choice? I just always questioned it. And I don't know why, but I did. And then we attended an event in Chicago, which is about 4 hours from where I am in Ohio. And Rena Tarbett was the guest speaker. And by chance, we were at the same hotel. And she came downstairs and she joined us. She sat right beside me. She was on my right side at breakfast. And my sister was a red jacket. She had 3 on her team. I was one of them, my mom, and then she had a friend. And I had made a pact with her that I would support her and I wouldn't go like around or above. And Rena squashed that right away. And she's like, oh no, this is your business and you need to run it and work it like you want to. And so that just was the fire that I needed, and it created a little friction, but I'm still here in Mary Kay. My recruiter isn't. So thank you, Rena Tarbett. You saved me. And our daughter is now 22 years old. She was only 6 when I started this business. And so you know, this business just goes with our life and our lifestyle. And it's a blend, not a balance. If you know how to make a balance, please call me. But I do know how to make a blend. And Cleta, how we got to meet, and Selah and Brad was at a royalty reception for being on Queen's Court of Sales or sharing. Our unit club, a trip, all of that, right? So I was waiting for another friend. And so I was standing at a table and Cleta and Selah and Brad came up and she said, can we be your friend? Can we stand here at the table? And yes. So thank you. You know, we just have to ask, right? To try the products, to be each other's friends, and to share the opportunity, because it creates friendships before it creates a sale and an opportunity. And our daughter Oakley, she was one of the younger in her group. And because I delivered so many products, she was like the GPS for all of her friends. And I just knew that she was always safe. I never tracked her. God was tracking her. I didn't need to. And so that was fun, that you just never know. We hear all the time what is caught, not taught, right? So that really is a security thing too, is that our children are safe and they know where they are, even though you have GPS on your phone. And if you live in the country like we do, GPS isn't the best thing. So having your bearings there is so great. And the friendships and the products, I mean, you know, if you look back at your pictures, at the fall or the career conference we were just at with Maureen, and on the east side of Ohio, Cheryl Steinman and Linda were sharing some vintage journey pictures of themselves. And my gosh, we look better as we get older, do we not? So that's a little bit of my Mary Kay story. I have been driving a company car since 2003. It's not pink yet, but it is that Equinox. And my first car was as a consultant. So I'm very proud of that. My unit name is Angels of Beauty. And we're just going for some big dreams. It takes belief in ourselves. And thanks to Cleta and Selah and Maureen and so many other people, you know, let this business and the friendships of those that you have that are balcony women pull you up until you then have the belief in yourself. So I am so grateful for all of you girls and this Boss Babe Call and Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Stephanie, we love you so much. And thank you for sharing that. What a great story. So what does that teach y'all? I mean, like, you look at the ladies in the mall and you think, oh, I can't talk to her. Now, come on. She just showed you, even though she started out snobby, you can't help but like the products when you try it, right? And we have something that nobody else have. We have the Mary Kay culture, you know, we really do. And so thank you for sharing your story. Both of y'all, so different. We got a farmer's wife out there in the stables, and we got a girl with a Clinique jacket on. And so, Stephanie, I'm so glad you've let us share the table with you that night, and that we have been together ever since. And so thank you so much for sharing tonight. You guys, in the chat, if you will, just go and say what you love about both of their stories. And I'm going to go move on to something a little different. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Yes, we can talk to them. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, I want to share just a little bit of our fall advance, something that just I thought was so good. And y'all know me, I like to do a little PowerPoint every now and then. And so I want to give credit to where credit is due. This slide that I'm showing you, National Sales Director Leah Laughlin did the research for this, and then National Sales Director Margaret Bart shared it at our conference. And I thought this was very enlightening to me, and I thought maybe it would be enlightening to you. And so later you can come back and get these slides by simply stopping the video and screenshotting it. Okay, so here we go. This is about women and how they buy skincare. It says there are 4 main generations in purchasing skincare right now in the market. They each value and prioritize something different, which is important to understand. So we're going to go over that. First of all is the baby boomers. This is funny about the baby boomers. I've never really thought of myself as a baby boomer, but I slid in on those last 2 years. And I'm like, I was born in 62, and I thought, well, I guess I'm a boomer. So this is anyone that was born in 1946 through 1964. Okay, these ladies are 58 to 76 years old. You may say, what about the people older than that? Well, they didn't cover that in this thing, but just know they need a repair set. All right. So the baby boomers, they want anti-aging, but not necessarily wanting to turn back time. Isn't that interesting? Their highest priority is quality. Quality. You know, I think, and the reason they're saying that, 58 to 76, I'm only 60, so I can only attest to 2 of those years, is that you want to look your best, and you're comfortable with who you are, but you're okay. I mean, you know, you're okay with who you are. So that's what I say, not wanting to turn back time. That just means you're okay where you are, but you still want anti-aging. You want to look good, like the best that you can look. So, and that you want good quality products. And guess what else, y'all? You can afford them. All right. So all you ladies that are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you need to look at your friends' mothers and grandmothers, and you will sell to them. I promise you. Okay. Next is Gen X. Gen X is 1965, born 1965 through 1980. This is ages 43 through 58. These ladies are practical and prudent. They're leery of false promises. They want something that performs like it claims. So it's important not to make false claims about our products. And the way you don't make false claims is you stick with Mary Kay, what they say about our product. Really, like we had a unit meeting right before this, and Grace, one of our consultants, said the thing that stood out to her in the spring event was that we really need to know our products and know what they do. And so this generation really wants to know, you know, that what they're going to use is going to perform like it says. So if it says, you know, pore reducer, pore minimizer, it expects it to minimize the pores. Okay. The next group is the millennials and Gen Y. These women were born 1981 through 1996. Their ages 26 to 41. It says they're the most serious generation about their skincare routine. They want that Instagram glow, but they're far more concerned about ingredients than other generations. So when you say stuff like hyaluronic acid and ferulic acid and glycolic facial peel, they understand that. They watch TikToks, they look at all the stuff on Instagram, and they are concerned about the ingredients of things. Plus that we're peptide free, safe for sensitive skin, non-comedogenic, all the buzzwords that Mary Kay gives us. They like that, okay? And they're willing to spend a lot of money on skincare. Ages 26 to 41. Okay, and then we got our Gen Zs and our iGens. This is anyone that's born in 1997 or after, age 18 to 25. Okay, this is believe it or not, it says this generation is purchasing the most in the market right now. They drive a lot of trends. They want their looks to express intrinsic value. They won't buy from a brand that they wouldn't want to be friends with. They are highly concerned about what the brand represents, how it connects to their value system of diversity, transparency, and inclusivity. They're inclusive. Okay, so y'all know how Mary Kay, in our books, you know, the lookbooks, it has all ages of women in there. And sometimes it may have some kind of a trend that you go, where did that come from? Well, guess what? If the Gen Zs are the ones purchasing the most in the market right now, we have to keep current with trends, do we not? and learn what they're looking at. Hence the reason why Mary Kay brought out, hang on, where are they? These, the bronzers, the highlighters, the sticks, all that stuff, because they're shown every single day on Instagram and on TikTok, right? And so you want to emphasize with these ladies, you know, what our company stands for: God first, family second, career third, that we live and work by the golden rule, that our mission is women empowering other women, right? These are the things that these ladies would really love to know about. And so I think that it's good to know this. I did not realize this on all of them, so I don't know if you did either, but I wanted to share the slide. And I'm so thankful Margaret Barch posted this for us, those of us that went to the conference, and I wanted to share them with you tonight. And so Margaret also talked about how we have next level skincare, and she really encouraged us to grab the product fact sheets that Mary Kay has for us on In Touch. You click on products, you click on Product Central, all products, and you see the fact sheet for every single product that we do. Sayla and I just did a what's in the bag, and we did every single product in the lookbook from June to August, and we use those product fact sheets. There's a wealth of information in there. And says, so we need to promote that we are next level skincare. And so she came up with this little a set. And it, you know, you don't have to actually use this, but I want to tell you the general thing of what she did that I like about it. It has like a level 1, level 2, and level 3, or get all 3 levels. Okay, level 1 is the skincare set, Miracle Set, 3D, or the Time Wise Repair. And then over here on the second sheet, which is on the back, it says she checks, I need this. So when they're doing a Zoom call, or they're doing a Facebook Live, or they're doing an in-person party, they have this sheet and they check it, because sometimes you forget by the end of the appointment what all the stuff you really liked. So she tells them, listen, as we're using this, I'm going to tell you what it is. Just flip over the back and click check, I need this. Okay. And then it says on there, save $41 when you purchase it as a set, which is right, Mary Kay. If you bought each individual item, it would be $256, right? So it's $250 when you buy the repair in the set. And the other one says save $12 when you purchase it as a set. So it's $120. So these are not discounted, you guys. So I just wanted to bring that out to you. But when you buy them as a set, you save money. And then level 2, it's all the treatments. It's microdermabrasion, facial peel, body cellulose mask, the moisture renewing gel mask, the eye patches, the charcoal mask, the satin lips. And then she has all those listed where you can check, I need it. All right. Now she does have a little special on here. It says purchase level 1 to unlock the Skin Vigorate Sonic Brush for 50% off. So it says $75 for $37.50. And that's up to you. If you have a bunch of them you purchase for $60 and you want to use this, you could say for $30. Level 2, it says purchase 4 level 2 products, 4 of these items, and you can receive your eye makeup remover and your micellar water free, a $36 value. Okay. Then she talks about level 3, and that is the clinical solutions, the people who want something more. Okay. The third level of skincare. You got really the basic level. That's everybody needs a level 1 for sure. Then a lot of people are willing to spend money and look at level 2, the masks, the microderms, exfoliators. And then you got the third level, and that's the people that say, I want everything you got. This is our clinical solution, our dermo cosmetic line. It is our retinol plus retinol 0.5 plus the facial milk and the boosters. And so she talks about that, and it says the retinol plus 1 booster is $150. That's just that is the price, y'all, of it. Okay. It says regularly $158. And she does it for $150. And she has the place, and she tells about all the boosters and what they do. All right. And so on the bottom, it says, if they purchase all 3 levels, okay, so they'd buy one of the skincare sets, they would buy 4 of the level 2 sets, and they would buy the retinol set and 1 of the boosters. Then they also get the travel roll-up bag free, and the micro, oh shoot. I just had a big old burst here outside the window of thunder. Scared me. You get the eye makeup remover free and the skin vigorate brush at half price. Anyway, I just thought the whole idea of this was super cute. Like I say, you don't have to use this exact thing, but what a great idea to have it where as you're doing the facial, they go check, 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 right? And so it's pretty simple. You're not giving the farm away. And I just wanted to share that with you tonight. The next thing I wanted to share, I had a consultant ask me, what could they post on social media about this new, the digital e-start and, the deal. And so what did I do to make sure I give her something that she could actually post? Guess what I did? I went to InTouch. I went to the special, and then I went to a thing that says digital post. Okay, if Mary Kay has it and it says digital post, you can post it. So I sent her a picture of this and it's right there on InTouch. So I just wanted to let y'all know there are things that you can post right on Mary Kay. Basically, this shows everything you get in the kit right now. It even has the microdermabrasion on the bottom. And it's a beautiful picture. And it tells you can post this on your customer page. You can post it on Instagram, and say for more information, www.marykay.com/Cleta, or your, of yours, or message me for more info. This promotion ends Friday. So we, have just a few days to do it. The other two flyers that are on here that you can hand out or pass along, I will say that when you text something like this, it's pretty small. Okay, so this might be better to email. You can text it and share it. You can share it definitely like on Facebook, because some people look at that on the computer. But if you were to text this one right here, that's pretty small print to read on a text message, but it is there. And it just has, the flexible opportunity. This is the flyer that Mary Kay came out with. Okay. And it says, connect with me, your Mary Kay independent beauty consultant, before these incredible offers end. This is legal to post. Okay. It is. Then what's included in the startup options, if you needed that, tells exactly everything that comes in it. So I just wanted to show you, these are both on InTouch and you can find them and download them. I also wanted to share with this is one of my girlfriends, top $1 million director, Melinda Balling. She puts this out every year. So cute. You can find it on Facebook. Just type in Honey Bunny Spring Baskets and you will find them. But she does these super cute, she buys these little spring baskets at the dollar store, wherever, put some grass in them. And then she makes up different ones, because there's a lot of people that do Easter baskets for their daughter, their their mom, their grandmother, whatever. Mothers can purchase them, grandmothers can purchase them for daughters or granddaughters. And so I don't know how you were raised, and if you were raised in a family that gives Easter baskets or not. I found it's kind of odd. Some were, some weren't. Some like nope, and some did. I remember getting Easter dress. Like that's what we got for church, an Easter dress and an Easter pocketbook. And that was in, maybe some Easter shoes. I don't remember getting a lot of baskets. I remember that we did go Easter egg hunting, but there's a lot of people that go all out for their little nieces or their little granddaughters or their daughters, and do a little basket. And even mothers for their adult daughters still give Easter baskets. So that's what this is all about. And there's a little script on here that just says, hey, it's Cleta with Mary Kay. Happy spring. Do you have a quick minute? I have a couple of fun ideas I'd love to share with you. First of all, I'm creating the most wonderful spring or Easter baskets, whoever you want to do it, for teenagers and adults. I call them Honey Bunny baskets. These baskets are a fun way to say Happy Easter or Happy Spring to two sisters you want to make feel special. I promise they're adorable. Baskets can be customized with body care products, color cosmetics, or skincare, even a professional brush set. Prices range from $15 and up. You pick the price, tell me a little bit about the person, and I'll create the basket. Tell me, Sayla, who can you think of that would love having a special Honey Bunny basket? Get a response, proceed accordingly. Then say, secondly, while I have you on the phone, I'd love to schedule a mutually convenient time for us to get together so I can show you our fabulous new color line for spring and give you a spring makeover. And then you schedule a date. Then after you get the date, you ask her if she'd like to get some free product and invite a couple of friends. So I think it's just a cute idea. It's coming up. Easter's coming up in a couple of weeks that you guys can utilize. Those of you that love to do baskets, then there you go. Okay. So I ask you, who do you know? We have 5 days left. 5 days left. We all have goals. We all should be getting a gold medal, which is 5 new this month. Every single one of us should be doing that. So we do have time to do it. So we just got to blitz. Sometimes it just takes a little sense of urgency to do it this week, in the next couple of days. So I wanted to share that with you. And I want to end tonight with this little excerpt from just a little excerpt from our sermon at church. If you want to, the whole sermon was really good. I'll just tell you this. And the church I go to is Central Avenue Church of Christ. And they have a page on Facebook. If you just say, I want to listen to the rest of it. But I stopped it in the middle of it. And so the sermon was on Luke, Luke 11:3. And it's the part of the Lord's Prayer that says, give us this day our daily bread. So just to lead up to it a little bit, I got all kinds of noises in this house. Just to lead up to it a little bit, he was talking about how in the Bible it says, give us our daily bread. It didn't say, give us our bread for a lifetime. It says daily. And it talked about give. He says, now, when you work and when you, at the end of the week, you get a paycheck, are they giving you a paycheck or did you work for that paycheck? Right? If you have a job. I mean, you work for it. Now, if you go in and you did not work and they go, here's you a check, then they gave it to you. So the verse in the Bible says give. So everything that we get is from the Lord. We did not work for it. We don't deserve it. He gives it to us. All right. So he had been talking about that. And then he talked a little bit about how sometimes you can't even imagine how much God gives to us. And you see yourself in a situation. Anyway, let you watch this part of it. And I want you to just think about the situation you are in. And it can be Mary Kay wise, like a goal that you have by seminar that you're like, I just do not even see how that could even happen. Okay. Like if I really wrote it down on a piece of paper, there's really no way. Okay. In your mind or in anybody else's mind. But with God's help, you could do it. And I want you to think about that. Or it could be that you're in a different situation with your health or with your life or with something else. And I know there's been some really tragic things that have happened this last week with my friend Latrice in Rolling Fork, Mississippi, just 20 miles from where she lives. I'm one of our Boss Bank directors. It wiped out their city, y'all. 24 people passed away during that storm. It's just like devastation. And I know they must be thinking stuff like this. And then I heard about the shootings today from that Christian school in Nashville. And so my heart just goes out to a lot of different things right now that people are just suffering. But, God is with us even in times like that. He never leaves us, even in the bad times. So I hope you enjoyed this little 5-minute sermon, but I think you will. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen with you. And I'm going to see if I can't get this where it shows the whole thing. Yes. Okay. So y'all look at the bottom of the screen on the right when I started. This was a PowerPoint he did. So you'll have to kind of look down there. If you're watching on your phone, maybe you'll have to come back. But and then it will get bigger in a few minutes too. So here we go. And you know what? Hang on just a minute. I don't know if when I hit share screen, if I hit sound or not. I did not. I am so smart. Okay, here we go. I think that's it. No, just a minute. My screen share is paused. Surely I did not like delete the thing right when I'm ready to play it. Just a minute, ladies. I did. That's okay, because you know what? I know exactly where it was. So give me just a minute and I will pull it back up. Because I actually wrote down exactly where to start it on the video. So just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I have to tell y'all something funny too. Is well, I'll show you right before we start.
Day. It is God who's providing for you and giving you
Just a
what
minute,
you
I'm gonna
need
share it.
for that day. Food wise,
Actually, I think I'll just start right there.
you have 4.
Okay, he's just starting here. Okay, this is funny. Now, y'all, when I show you this video, Brad, my husband, likes to sit in the front. Little did I know when I pulled this up today to show y'all, mine and Brad's head is in the bottom of the video. You'll see, look at the bottom of the video. You can see mine and his head on the front, like the second to the front row. It's where he makes me sit. So here we go. Okay. And hey, just let me know if you can't hear it in just a second, okay? I'm gonna pull the chat up so I can hear. Just someone tell me I hear it once I hit it. Okay, here we go.
Tomorrow. We have become spoiled in many ways today because we can go in and we can look at a full freezer full of food and a full refrigerator full of food and a full pantry full of food, and we know what the future holds. Until something happens, like a hurricane comes through South Georgia, knocks out electricity, and everything in the refrigerator and freezer spoils. They lived a different life back then. And even if you have food in your freezer and food in your pantry and you have more than enough, you understand every day it is God who's providing for you and giving you what you need for that day. Food-wise, yes. Physical-wise, yes. Rest-wise, yes. Every wise in your life. Physical, emotional, and most of all, spiritual too. State of California has been under severe drought for several years, many years. And they have had such a dire circumstance that many places that have been very lush and green, many places that have had water have dried up. This was December 7th of last year, 2022, and I'm going to see if I can do the pointer. If you were to zero in on this picture right through there, there is a small pond of water, and there are boats that are stuck in there because this used to be a lake that had dried up because of drought conditions. It was so bad that people were told it will take 20 to 30 years of average rain to get that field back up to where it used to be, where it needed to be. Notice that date, December 7th of 2022. Here's a picture by the same photographer standing at the same place, March 17th. There's those boats that were stuck in that mud and in the pond. Rain was sent relentlessly and continues to rain there. And it defies the logic of people on how that could be filled up so quickly. Remember December 7th? 3 months, 10 days later, the exact same spot. Many times that's how your life is, isn't it? Many times you feel like you're on empty and you just don't see a physical, human, logical way that it could ever be fixed on the situation that you are in. And God is saying, just wait and see. Wait and see what He can do. It's not about what you can do. It's allowing Him to do what He can do and provide for your daily needs. Now, for some of you who love to go snow skiing, California has also had its share not only of rain but also of snow. Unfortunately, since my wife will not allow me on a bicycle, she will not allow me back on snow skis either. Mammoth Mountain, March the 12th of this year. They have had enough snow already that they have extended the snow season into July. Here's a picture of one of the sidewalk areas in Mammoth Mountain, California. Those little ants are people. At the base of the ski lodge, they have received 600 inches. At the top of the mountain, they have received over 800 inches. God gives you what you need, and many times He gives you abundantly above and beyond anything that you could ever expected, anything you could have ever done in your own life. And do you know what you do? You enjoy that. You enjoy the blessings that He allows to come into your life, and you realize many times He is preparing you for a time of drought, a time of different need in your life, but God is always good in your life. If you want to gauge 600 and 800 inches of snow, if you go from the floor up to the top of this auditorium, that is 30 feet measured out last week. And no, I did not climb a ladder for that, Liz. 30 feet. 800 inches will be double that, would be 60 feet. God is good, and God provides for your needs. And what you're doing is you're praying to Him each day. Give us each day our daily bread. How does that work for you in your life as a Christian? That means tomorrow morning when it is dark and the alarm goes off and you've got to get up because it is the beginning of a work week or a school week. Sorry about that, Megan. And you just really don't want to do that, but you have to do it. And you pick up your phone and you see that during the night it has already filled up with text messages, voicemails, emails. You have all sorts of news alerts. And while it is tempting to go jump into those first thing in the morning, before you even start going, you are thanking the Lord for that day. And you are telling Him to give you your daily needs for that day. And as you continue to talk with Him about what your needs are for the day, you're sharing with Him where your life is. It is not that God needs to be reminded about what's going on in your life. God knows everything going on in your life. It's you need to be reminded what's going on in your life, and you need to be reminded who is God and who is not, and what you can't do anything about. And that's why you're going to God. And so you are praying to Him about your daily needs for tomorrow. And yes, as you open up and you see those text messages and you see the emails and you see the voicemails and you see all of the people that are listed there, and you go to social media and wherever else you go, those are names of people that you are talking about to God the Father, about what the needs are in the lives of those people. It is tempting at times for people to have a very exclusive circle of who they pray for. And Jesus really shot that one out of the water back in the Sermon on the Mount when He said, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to pray for your enemies. You're supposed to pray for everybody. You pray for the people that don't like you. You pray for the people that don't love you. You pray for the people that persecute you. You pray for the people that go out of the way to give you a hard time, and you pray for the people that even you are struggling with. And you're praying that God will bless them in their needs that day in every way that they need to have, so much so that if they are not a Christian, that they will reach out and recognize they don't deserve the blessings that they're getting. It cannot be from them, and the only way that could be coming into their life is from God the Father. And as your day is going on tomorrow, you're continuing to talk with God, and you start to see all of the needs that He is providing for in your daily life. And you're thanking Him for what He is doing throughout your day. And at the end of the day, when you get home, you talk with Him about how the day has been and how He has given you more, done more than you ever could have expected. And yes, that does not mean that the day went exactly like you wanted it to. There are things that are unexpected in your life that will be above and beyond and greater than anything you could have planned for. And it's something you would love to live for a mountaintop experience. And there are other times when things go on in your day that you will regret and you will say, God, I never wanted to go through that again. But you understand God provided for you during those times and during those needs. And there was no way you could have done that on your own. Give us each day our daily bread. And as you put the day to rest, you're acknowledging to God that He was in charge of all of it. Every need in your life, He provided for you. And then you get to close your eyes and you just talk to Him about providing you with rest that you need for that night. And you take it one day at a time, because the next day you're blessed to live that day for Him, and you begin by talking with the Lord. Give us each day our daily bread.
So when I was sitting there Sunday, I don't know, I just thought, I feel like I'm supposed to share that part of the sermon with y'all, because I was thinking about some goals that I have. And some of them, I feel like it's that picture of the drought, and like that, they told everybody it's going to take 25 years to fill that back up with water. And the Lord did it in 3 months and 17 days. And at the time, it was 3 months and 7 days before the end of the seminar year. And I thought, you know what, y'all, there's a lot of things that we really want to do. And there's some goals that we set that our hearts desire. And I thought, it's not the time to give up and question. It's the time to dig in, thank God for our blessings, no matter what we're going through, that He's there with us in the hard times and there with us in the good times. Pray for each other. I'm going to pray for y'all's goals. One of the things when my consultant sends me their goals, I want to pray for their goals. Not just myself, but their goals. As a sales director, we really can't accomplish what we want to accomplish unless our people are accomplishing it. That's the only way. We are in control of our personal sales and our business, our personal sharing, of course, but we really want our unit to do good. And when I have someone come up and, sells $300, I'm just so excited for them. And I thank God for that sale for them. And sometimes I just pray, Lord, please let them sell something today to give them a little tiny bit of encouragement, because we can get discouraged so easily from a negative attitude in our life. So anyway, I don't know who it was for. It may not be for you today, but you might need to come back in another day and watch it. But it blessed me that day, and I just wanted to share that part with you. I don't preach a sermon every Monday night, but you never know what may happen in the future. But I just want to thank y'all for watching today, and you can let me know what you think about it. But Gina, Stephanie, thank you for sharing for your heart. I really enjoyed hearing your story. I learned something about both of y'all that I did not know. And so I am going to open it up to the gallery. And so if you guys would like to make any comments on anything at all, I'm going to remove my spotlight and it'll just spotlight who's ever talking. You are more than welcome to, we have about 3 minutes for comments.
Cleta, this is Sayla. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Gina, Stephanie, what a great job. Gina, I did not know your story. And Stephanie, I knew part of yours. So thank you so much for sharing. Really and truly, we can look at each of you ladies and think about women that we think we know, or maybe we do know people that have gone through similar situations. and just tell them about you and even share your stories with them, because you never know, y'all, who is praying for an answer. And typically, I don't know that they're praying for Mary Kay, but just like in Stephanie's case or in Gina's case, when she was in a situation where she needed out of a situation and she needed the money to do it, Mary Kay was there. So thank you both for sharing. And Cleta, thank you for Mr. John Klemko. That was so good. And just like we talked about this weekend, we don't know, y'all, what the Lord has in store. And the enemy wants us to quit or to stay still and keep looking at what is going on in the present. But we don't know what he has in store tomorrow or the next day or the next. But if we're not ready, if we're not moving in a direction that he can bless, then we're just going to stay going around and around the mountain, which is what the enemy wants us to do. So thank you for sharing that.
Well said, Selah. Well said. Thank you. Who else has something they'd like to share? Go ahead,
That
Gail.
sermon was,
Oh, well, go ahead, Gina, then Gail.
I was just going to say that sermon, absolutely. And thank you, Stephanie. But that sermon, the visual is like none other. Thank you for sharing that, because y'all, anything is possible between now and June 30th. We can all do this.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Gina. Gail? You need to unmute, sister.
I wanted to say to Gina and to Stephanie, graceful classiness, ladies. Both of you handled situations of life in your presentation so graceful and classy in the way you did it. And I just love, give us each day our daily bread. I mean, I already wrote it on my note card to put in my Bible, because I do my Bible study upstairs every morning before I go and grab a coffee and come back upstairs, leave my cell phone downstairs, so I have no interruption. I'm in the moment, and this is now with me. So thank you very much. It was a wonderful meeting today. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Anybody else have anything you'd like to say? Okay, go ahead, Maureen.
Gina and Stephanie, wow, your stories were amazing. Like, what powerful, godly women you are. And so blessed to be in a circle with the two of you, and Selah and Latrice and Gail and Cleta, the sermon. What a great boss babe call tonight. Thank you guys. Stephanie and Gina, I loved your story. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you, Maureen. Thank you so much. All right, ladies. Well, Latrice, we are praying for you guys and all your friends that live so close to you. I've seen so many news articles about Rolling Fork this week, and I'm like, I just can't believe the pictures when I see them. So we're lifting your consultants up, all your girls over there that were in that terrible storm. And I just pray. I was thinking about them at church when they had that barren land, and I thought that's how they must feel right now. And that they can just hold on to their faith, and that the Lord will replace the things that have been taken from them.
That is what's been so remarkable. All the people have posted on Facebook, and all their comments are, thank God he spared us. It's not about their loss. It's not, when I tell y'all, it looks like a landfill that's crushed up trash. We lived there for years. And so I have about 7 consultants there and lots of customers. And one of my customers called me today, and y'all, she was just crying. It was the saddest thing. Anyway, to see the pictures, it is devastating, but to see it in person, it is. We went Friday night. It's like we were in Twister, like it was unbelievable. And you just never know, but God has protected those people. And I don't know if they've rebuilt, but hey, people are saying 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but it may be like what your preacher said.
You don't know,
what?
right?
You don't. I mean, people have poured in their love, their volunteer work. Good Samaritan Purse, I believe that's the name of it. They're here. Franklin Graham has been here. The president has been here. I guess they had to come to see it for themselves, but y'all, these people know what they're doing. We didn't know Friday and Saturday, and everybody's just volunteering, but there's some professionals here now, and it is like just work. Anyway, it's phenomenal what they're doing and how God's bringing people together.
And, I just pray that people will see God's hand in other people that are there, that will really be the Bible says that all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. That don't mean all things are good. It means they work together. So I pray that the good that will come out of it will be the people that see other people helping them, that they never thought they would. So
it doesn't matter who they are, they're just in it. I know that phrase, we're in it together, but seriously, we're in it together, no matter who you are, where you came from, anything. It's phenomenal.
And I know there's been people that have been, part of Katrina and all the different places that have, but when it's right close to your girlfriend's home, it hits a little harder. So I've just been thinking about you so much, Latrice. I'm just so glad you're okay.
Thank you. But and one last thing, I want consultants to know this. This sisterhood we have in Mary Kay, it is unbreakable. Y'all would not believe the women that have called me, sales directors, consultants, just more so than people here in my own home, but just outpouring of love of Mary Kay. It's unbelievable. Just, we have a bond, y'all. So we do.
And just like Stephanie said, that is what makes us different than other. There's cosmetic companies out there, but that is different. Mary Kay is a sisterhood. And so thank you for sharing that, Latrice. All right, you guys, we have 5 days. We're going to do amazing things. And so we'll see y'all in April. April the 3rd, I believe, is the next Boss Babe call. So y'all, the year is moving on down the road. So we have to move with it or we're going to get run over. All right. Love you guys. Bye, everybody.